Welcome to 50 Nights of Fright. I'm Tommy. This is Jason. Today we are covering Alien.
Alien?
All right. Oh, you're a fan of Alien. I'm a fan of Alien. What do you love about Alien?
Gosh, man, I love that. It's a space opera. It's, chasing that elusive beast.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of tension on set with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that it's kind of like people you have to work with that you don't like, but you're in space. There's nowhere to go.
Working with people you don't like. Gee, tell me more. What's your first experience with Alien? Like, did you see it when it came out?
I did.
I did. You were, 15 when it came out? 30?
What year exactly? I don't have it.
I think it was 79.
79. Okay. Yeah. So I was a young lad. So I didn't see it at the theater. I saw it on cable at home.
Okay.
And I remember movies like this, kind of what we'd always do is we'd watch them in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and this is a very dark movie.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it is.
And I just remember I wasn't spooked like you would be. It's a different type. It's kind of more the anticipation, the anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It built the anxiety, I think. And then, of course, everyone's favorite stomach scene,
Yeah.
bad spaghetti.
Oh, yes, yeah. They coined the "in space no one can hear you scream," and
That's true.
It is a very haunting idea to be trapped on a ship like that, being hunted down by a 7 foot tall unearthly creature.
Unearthly creature is definitely right.
So the design of the alien, of course, was inspired by artwork by H.R. Giger, who
Yes.
even came on board to actually make the costume for the actor that played the alien on set. It's incredible to think that was all a person, like, in costume.
Right. I remember reading a little bit about this where the guy, he's 6'10" or 11?
Yeah, 6'10", I think.
And because they didn't want, because the original movie was supposed to be like Star Beast, and they didn't
Mm-hmm.
want anyone to be human-like.
Mm-hmm.
So they got this guy who's super tall, really thin arms.
Mm-hmm.
So they got that like wiry looking,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to do any of the shots head on because they didn't want any human-like features. So you see a lot of angled shots throughout this movie, which I'm like, that's going to I never would think that there's a human, even if you did it straight on personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a pretty clever. It's a great costume design, and I found out that actually the saliva and basically the ooze dripping is actually Kentucky jelly.
Okay, yeah.
KY jelly.
Yeah, yeah.
So interesting how they just like, yeah, let's just slap that on there.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect nothing less if Giger is involved. He has
Yes.
very much a mechanical, sexual style, and so it makes sense that, of course, this monster with a very interesting shaped head would
Yes.
have KY jelly dripping from it. So
Absolutely. I think the part that was really cool because like that's not intimidating enough. Oh yeah, and now I have a protruding extra like mandible and jaw like structure, which I thought is super clever, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. I think there's a lot of great design choices just from every aspect of it. Ridley Scott definitely changed the scope of sci-fi horror. At the time, in the 70s, sci-fi people associated, of course, Star Wars. Everyone had read Dune at that point, they saw the future sci-fi being very specific to one thing, but the very grounded, almost modern take on the computers that they were using in there. I love that retro futurism. Because those computers look like something from the 80s, but it was just so far into the future.
Right, and then even the use of computers, so like even to get into the hallway, it's almost like a verification system just to go see Mother. You have to do this combination of, which is crazy because everyone can kind of probably see through the window the sequence that you're doing.
Yeah.
And then they were using the keyboard and all that. So that was typical of I'd say, space and computers and things like that. But what makes the rest of the ship is great is the detail and design. Way more articulate design work than most ships. They would say, let's do this cheap, let's put a couple pipes.
Yeah.
You go through the ship, and it's just an amazing, just the design piece.
Every room had a function. It's like, okay, yeah, I mean, there's no needless pipes, like, except where there would be pipes.
Right,
you know?
right.
Versus, like, I love Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
But the Millennium Falcon isn't really a good-looking ship on the inside.
No, it's
very
not.
Boring.
It is, and you get where you need to go real quick. This is the Nostromo is a very large ship.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like it when it's landing and doing that. You're on there, and these actors are going. Well, that's the great part about filming, right?
Yes.
They can make it seem very large.
Yes.
There are, and they could have been simple and just said, "Hey, I'm going to get from A to B in like 2 rooms." Oh no, we're not going to do that here.
No, that's too easy. So Alien definitely launched a massive franchise, of course, with sequel Aliens, which I would love to put on a future 50 Nights of Fright. Maybe have another guest host on that one as well.
Right.
Of course, video games, comic books, crossovers with The Predator.
That's right.
A new TV series.
Which is great. If you haven't started yet, Alien Earth, check it out.
It gets a thumbs up from me as well. Do you think Alien has earned its place in horror, or is it more of that just sci-fi?
No, I think sci-fi, horror. I think and both. And this movie is some movies don't age well. This movie, I think it's getting better
with age. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing, and you see what they did. And 1979, that's when it came out. This is 77 probably is when they started pulling all this together. And you look at other movies that it was competing with, and this movie's amazing, right? The storyline is solid. It's got a cat. I mean, gosh, who doesn't want to have a cat up in space? Like, who'd have thought that?
Jonesy, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually went and saw this, the 45th anniversary release. Like, one of the theaters nearby had a special showing with it. Seeing it on the big screen, really incredible experience. If you have a projector, or if you can see it on a bigger screen, definitely do it. You feel trapped even more.
That's that thing. Yeah, that's that horror piece. Is like something's hunting us and we have nowhere to go.
Absolutely. Okay, Jason, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are we giving Alien today?
10.
10.
Done.
No hesitation.
10.
Just 10 right
10.
out of it.
It's an amazing movie. Like I said, it gets better with age, and usually directors and writers and things like that, they usually need a couple movies to hit their stride. Aliens is an amazing movie as well, right?
Yeah.
Like this, but we're talking about Alien. It's a slow burn in the beginning where they're having, for money purposes, you're on the planet, there's tons of wind, it's dark. Really the only thing I didn't like about this movie is, and I can't think of her name, it was not Ripley, but the other actress.
Yeah.
I don't know. All the other actors kind of pulled me into the story, right? I thought, Dallas, the captain, he did a great job. He's like, hey, look, this is what we're doing, tough. There's a lot of great performances. I just didn't get anything from her.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, it's a 10. It didn't affect it that much.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it. We both love Alien.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us on 50 Nights of Fright. Tune in again tomorrow where we're covering Phantasm.